All right, welcome back to what you would think would be the last of the Naked Gun reviews, the end of the
Yeah.
trilogy. All right, setting us up for next week where the new Naked Gun remake, reboot thing is coming out. I wonder if they're planning on making more, or if it's just a one-time thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just like that's a big celebration anniversary or something of Leslie Nielsen's Police Squad, or if they're trying to like reboot
Yeah,
something or
obviously it depends how it does. It's a very like niche
well
thing. Like it's not gonna. It's not like the Naked Gun is like, oh man, everybody's going to see Naked Gun, but
well Paramount needs a freaking W right now. They've been struggling recently.
hmm.
So and then they just dumped like $1 billion on South Park, which is like, hey, South Park's amazing, but like, guys, you don't have a lot of money, and you're shelling it as like trade matter, just like billionaires now. It's like, okay, cool. So,
They need it.
but
They need it.
they need it. I mean, hey, South Park's great, but I don't know.
But we're here to talk about the Naked Gun 33 and a third, the final insult. All right.
The final insult.
So if you haven't been following along, we were going through the Naked Gun series. I had seen them previously, and it's Alex's first time watching. So, but as with all our reviews, we don't talk about our thoughts going in. And then we'll give our score right now, our gut check of what we're thinking out of 10, and then we'll go through the
Mhm.
review and lock in final scores at the end. All right?
All right.
Let's see. 3, 2, 1, flip. 7.
7.5.
Wow.
Interesting. Interesting.
This is one. This
um.
is one where it's like, okay, I definitely see as a step down as from the others.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still like, to me. There was a weird. Is definitely still not as good as the original. I still like the original the most out of any of them.
Uh-huh.
To me, I was like, some of the jokes work better. Some of the jokes, like, I'm laughing maybe a little bit more than I did in the second movie. But then it's just kind of like, oh, it's the same joke, like, kind of over and over again, and it's
Uh-huh.
like all of the Naked Gun movies have sex jokes, like that's baked into the DNA. But like, they really laid it on thick with this one, and was it just because they cast Anna Nicole Smith? You know, she was a Playmate of the Year, like probably the year before this movie came out. Um, so it's like, really got to push the bombshell babe.
Well, there's a lot of sex jokes. There's a lot of like movie jokes because it's like set in the
Yeah,
Oscars. There's a lot of that,
yeah,
and so to me, like the humor in this one isn't quite as timeless as the other ones. It's much more
yeah.
of its time. Like,
It does feel a little bit more dated. I think there's one joke in particular. It's like, I don't know if you can really do that anymore.
oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But
generally, there's still some fun jokes in here. And again, like what I was saying from the beginning with the first movie, it always culminates in an event at the end of the movie. It was like
I
the Oscars was the last, like, I think it was 30 minutes of the movie is when we got to the
Mhm.
Oscars. And to me,
Yeah.
it's like,
Uh,
yeah, some of that's funny, but it's not as like as
yeah.
punchy. It's like.
I did like Weird Al and Vanna White.
I wonder if he'll get Weird Al in the new one. I'm sure he'd be down.
Oh, I
Keep the cameo
please,
going.
please, I would love that. He needs to show up. I think, yeah, he would be down for that. I think
Yeah.
he's a cool guy.
Um.
But
And other general thoughts.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to think if there's any way to go anywhere to start or go with here. But
Because we can talk about the new characters. What do you feel about the characters compared to the other movies? Or
new characters.
like Rocco Dillon and his mom and
They felt
Tanya.
like they
Was
were
it
right out of
Tanya
the
and Nicole Smith? I think it was Tanya.
yeah, and Tanya, I think, yeah. Um, I liked, well, they're fun. I mean, I don't know. The Rocco and his mother felt like they were. Was it the same? They felt like they were right out of the Goonies.
Hmm.
Like, the mother and the sons in the Goonies.
No, I've
I don't know if
never
you've
seen the
or not.
Goonies. Never.
Okay, that's going to be a movie night coming up. I really want to watch that again, but it felt there's some Goonies vibes with like their relationship. There was like, I don't know. I mean, like this almost felt like it was more plot driven than the previous ones, and also less. I feel like I said that about the second one too. There's like times where it felt like we were really like laying on thick, like this convoluted plot of how he's gonna they get him to go to prison, and then also the whole convoluted thing of like him getting the information that the police squad needed, and it had him masturbating to give samples for the sperm donation for
bank,
like 4 hours, like 4.5 hours or whatever.
Like how they just lit up all the sound effects, like they hit up the soundboard for the yeah,
that man. You gotta use them all.
It was good the first time he came out when he was all beaten up, like he really roughed himself up. And
I like the cigarette. It's like, oh, they got cigarettes in there.
And then,
for you.
And then the other time when he comes out with 6 containers full of them. Yeah.
But then but he was of course planning a romantic evening with Jane.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't end up.
Yeah, so we had
didn't end up coming.
We had Jane. There was another like turbulence in the relationship going on, but Jane,
she's baby crazy.
Jane went into like her man hater era, and I just love the whole scene, like when he comes back with the whole scratches on his back and everything.
Oh yeah,
and he tries to be like, "No, it's another woman." She's like, "In your wildest dreams." It was like his excuse.
No, I know you're doing that police squad stuff again.
Yeah, and then the quick change into the immediate taxi ready, and then the call on the radio.
I wanted to say that I didn't look. I forgot to look at the credits. That sounded like that was Weird Al on the radio too. Like, oh, really? It's for if she called in from the cab to request this song. I
really liked the whole intro, the opening sequence of.
The opening sequence was incredible.
Yeah, the babies and the shootout on the staircase. It's crazy. Have you ever seen Untouchables?
No.
Because apparently that's a reference to that. I don't know what exactly happens. There's something I think with one baby in some sort of staircase thing, but apparently reference to that. But yeah, this is all I know of it, and it's I love it.
I like when Nordberg catches one of them and he almost spikes it, and then the woman like comes out to like, it's my baby. But I like how there's like no dialogue there. It's just the score.
Yeah.
Like looking back and forth.
It's the president. It's the Pope. It's disgruntled postal workers.
Postal workers. Yeah, the opening sequence, I was laughing pretty hard at that. It was very good.
Yeah, I love that's like one of the most memorable parts of this movie for me is that sequence.
Yeah,
and then. Like how it was all just a dream. He woke up and he's like, "I'm soaking wet." And I'll also shout out to the recurring opening, with the police light.
Oh yeah.
And we got this time references to Star Wars and Jurassic Park in there.
That was awesome. So it was like Lucas and Spielberg gave their okay on this one. That was pretty stellar. I like the pinball sequence too. That was also cute.
Yeah, and then it's like, what man could stop me? And then it cuts to Frank at the grocery store, with the carts.
With the carts, he's got the welding torch.
Just some fun grocery store antics in there.
You love it. You love a good grocery store gag,
It's so relatable. It's just so relatable, is what it is.
Yeah, but Jane's first scene is that she's she's baby. That was that was pretty amazing. Literally every single person was like a. I love how it was also for alimony. He was suing for alimony, and it's you've got all these mothers are all on the jury. It's like, wow, that's a stacked jury right there. They're all like breastfeeding mothers. The judge has her son in for a day, and then even the defense attorney is breastfeeding.
Yeah,
I was like, wow,
stuff.
He's got a tough time ahead of him there.
Yeah, and then the Frank and Jane couples therapy is funny too. I like that. We're just talking about you try lingerie or lacy underwear.
Like,
I've tried them all.
I've tried that.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, a little, fun little jabs at gender stuff there is funny, but that's kind of like the first chunk of the film is that Frank's kind of doing like the he's not the breadwinner, but he seems kind of perfectly content with it though. It's just like he's more just like he just misses his job.
He hasn't shot anybody in months or whatever.
Yeah, 6 months. I've shot him in 6 months.
So yeah, I mean the front half is really loaded, with some great scenes in there, and then it's just the second half isn't. I mean we say that with a lot of these. The back half isn't as good, but I feel like there's more of a drop off in this one, and when it goes into Oscars, like. There's a lot of like fun Oscar jokes in there, and I'm not.
It's like
there's some like deep cut like jokes in there.
Yeah,
so,
there are.
I'm already not getting all the jokes, and so it takes someone who's not into movies at all, like in that level, then they're not gonna get anything out of like that whole scene probably.
Yeah, that's not. It's certainly not as timeless of a like. There's a fun element to a lot of the like the nominees for Best Actress, and they're all like set in the backdrop of like, so,
all
like,
these
she's
tragedies,
dealing with a yeast infection, setting with the backdrop of like and they all have like the same play. They basically all have the same words in the title too. It's like there's like fun jabs in there, but a lot of the antics there were more fun when it was just how much is Frank gonna get himself into? Who's he impersonating? That guy who looks like some actor who I actually don't even really remember who that is.
Dang, I forget what they said.
Yeah, he looks kind of like him.
And then in here he's just getting into all sorts of trouble on stage, and given the director backstage a heart attack.
Yeah.
So that guy who was like directing everything, I think he was the boat, the dock worker from the first one.
Yeah,
the whole money.
Yeah, you're right. Yep. Yeah, you're right. So that means he probably was in the original the Police Squad TV show then.
I can't remember actually if he was.
If he was in that. If he played that character in that, but yeah. Well, we saw what's his name make a Pap Schmear made a small little return.
Yeah.
He was not orchestrating this crime. We got to make a big statement to the world.
Yeah. And there's some fun stuff with Rocco and his mom. There's some fun stuff there.
I like the it's like when they when he she says something to him, Tanya says something to him, and then Frank responds, and he's like, that's my girl. And that goes over and they makes out. And he like comes back over and he steps down. Because it's like so tall.
Yeah.
So like some fun height jokes for how tall she is.
They had the 70s flashback for like the Saturday Night Fever vibe, and they're all the same age, just different haircut.
Yeah, that was pretty great. That was I dug that. It was very funny. Seeing it's like, oh yeah, Nordberg. They tried you out from you were one of the first test cases for minoxidil.
Yeah, and I'll say there is one like joke format that is used a lot in this movie, and it's like essentially like this thing, I'm gonna have to do this thing. Like a blind man in an orgy, I'm gonna have to feel things out.
Yeah.
Like he did he did like that kind of template a lot. That was a running gag.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Those had been used in previous films, but they used it like multiple times in this one instead of just like a couple.
Yeah.
It was definitely more than like just two. There was like three or four.
But I like the narration from Frank. I always like a good narration moment from Frank. So
always solid work.
And there's the whole prison sequence as well, which is funny because this came out the same year as Shawshank Redemption, so they kind of like some synergy there.
Yeah, there was more Great Escape references this time around, but like they tried to like play up the music. It wasn't quite what Colonel Bogey's March or whatever that they use in that movie, but it's clear that they were referencing Great Escape.
And they had fun with his little like inner monologue there as well. Like people could hear him like.
Oh yeah. Yes, yeah, that's you could hear him talking. I was like that. I'm gonna make a list of all the people I'm gonna kill. And immediately like, my dear Schnooky Wookums. Oh yeah, the nickname game was vile again.
Yeah.
The therapist is like, please, I'm a diabetic.
Yeah. And like, but I like the inner monologue where he's talking, and then the guard comes up and he's like, "Shh, hold on, we need to be quiet."
Too good. It's too good. Yeah, that was a good one.
And apparently, a lot of the Jane and her man-hating era stuff was a lot of Thelma and Louise references, like a lot of that.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, is because like, you just killed a man. She's like, oh no, it's like, no, this is great. We should go continue to do this. Yeah. She's like, no, I can't.
Yeah. You're a hero to every woman in this country.
Yeah, you're a hero to every woman in this. I also like how when she was kind of in her feelings, going to the phone, there was like a bunch of people looting all the stuff that they had brought on their trip.
Yeah, Tanya was very much like she's very one-note character, but Frank was not very. It was not hard to convince Frank to get a couple of those moments going. You got the kiss, and he was about to do the whole deed with her. Like he was not thinking about Jane at all.
He was down for it. No, he was down for it.
Long ass legs with two kneecaps on Tanya.
Yeah, that was
two pairs of kneecaps.
I like how thin the legs were. Like it just kept going. Wow, those double jointed knees. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. I do want to shout out because we never, like you mentioned the music in the other ones, but specifically the whole Frank and Jane theme is a nice recurring theme they use too. It's good, and it's iconic. You just know the vibes when that comes on. There is another popular GIF from this movie as well, and that's the face palm in the crowd one.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes! I knew I'd seen that before. Yeah, everyone doing that.
So I've seen that one used a lot, just like the original Naked Gun. Nothing to see here, please.
Yeah.
So, very memeable movie.
Yeah,
all these years later.
Definitely. I like who won Best Actress was Mary Lou Retton, the gymnast. And she comes on stage just like how she's just doing a routine to get up on stage. That was great.
Yeah. There's some great stuff in here, and they had a couple. Yeah, they had the musical Mother Teresa movie, Mother.
Oh,
that was there.
Yeah, the song she sang, amazing.
and they had Geriatric Park.
Yep.
Park. But yeah, a lot of different movie references throughout. I mean, like Naked Gun has always been like a spoof series, but this one in particular feels especially heavy in that regard. Especially even the references I don't know, knowing that they are references, like the Untouchables and Thelma and Louise stuff. So it's like very much part of this movie's DNA. Yeah.
Please, Jane. You've already had 2 bottles of Chanel.
This one's great. I love when the police cars all come piling in and they don't leave any room for the doors. I mean, it's just like the last movie
that got me.
Where they're like, "Oh, that's the signal, guys. Let's go," and then they can't open the door because they're parked in front of the pole. But they just packed in so tightly, perfectly.
That was actually pretty impressive that they were able to coordinate that so well and not hit each other.
Yeah. Just imagining, like, practically, if that happened, how annoying that would be to actually maneuver everything around. Like,
did you have to like roll down everyone's windows?
Because if you're in the car in the middle,
you have to like roll everyone's windows down and like crawl through.
Yeah, where it's like, everybody come get your cars. We got to move our cars real quick, and if we were in a rush, so you got to back up one by one. There's a lot of fun jokes in here.
Oh, I liked the lineup in the police squad headquarters of the dedications of the people, like the shoes and stuff. You had him, and you had Wyatt Earp, and it's like J. Edgar Hoover.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's interesting because like Naked Gun 2 was much more like, there are a lot more political references and things like that. This one is much more heavy on movies,
movie and pop culture stuff. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's fun. There's fun stuff still. There's fun stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like even though like I still think the first one's the best one. I think all 3 of them are still very watchable. I do think this one feels the most dated just because of all those references are very like early 90s centric, and I'm not like super like up to snuff on a lot of that kind of like the way Hollywood was then. I know it from like archive stuff. I don't really know tons about the movies of that era though, if I'm being honest. So
yeah.
So yeah, a lot of that was a little lost on me. Other than just like it's just general poke fun at Hollywood is always kind of a fun time.
Yeah, and even with all these, I mean, I named a lot of fun moments, a lot of great scenes, especially in the first half. But even in the second half, it just feels to me not as rewatchable as the other ones. Like I said in the past, the first 2 are the ones I remember the most, but having rewatched it now, I'm like, I don't know if I would be as inclined to rewatch this one as the others, but
I think that's fair. Yeah,
still great stuff. I do enjoy Rocco Dillon, and it's like fun. At least the villain, you actually see him interacting with more throughout the movie than the other movies, where it's just like the typical hamming it up type villain.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be like a stone cold killer. Here he is, Frank Drebin. Except I don't remember the name he was going by then. It was like
just a lot of fun gags, and like the one where it was like, drop your guns and kick them over here, and it's just a shitload of guns just thrown out there. And then ultimately the silly ending where Rocco grabs the bomb, gets slingshotted up into the plane with Pap Smear's Pap Smear's there, and they blow up. That's it.
Taking a dump and reading a Playboy. Was that the Anna Nicole Smith Playboy? I wonder.
It was.
And then he blows up, and it's like, oh, there's a nice little Tight little loop. Pap Schmear doesn't live another day. It truly is the final insult. There he is.
And then Jean gives birth in the end. She finally has that baby.
Yep.
And there's a little gag there. Really
Little
good
mix-up.
to get the wrong baby to see. Yeah.
Nordberg! And it's they say to this day that that O.J. Simpson's still running. He's still getting chased down by something.
Yeah. And also in the prison there's some fun gags just in there as well. Like I just liked when the absolute chaos ensues in the prison fight. And then Frank's like eating the paper evidence. Someone comes and spills a bunch of other papers, and he's gonna eat more. He's putting like
it.
Yeah.
I was I like how he immediately starts the fight. Well, first of all, he complains also that it's not
the Chateau LeBlanc
like fine wine. It's not so chilled. I love that. And then we're humans, damn it,
Yeah.
And but it starts and immediately it cuts to like 4 dummies getting thrown in the background.
Mm-hmm.
like they're just like clear dummies are just getting thrown. It's just I love a good dummy gag. Those always make me laugh.
Yeah,
so,
crazy game of Twister going on too. Just in the middle of it.
It happens sometimes.
But yeah, so anything else for Naked Gun? The 33rd installment.
The 33rd and the 3rd installment. Pretty impressive. I think that's like a speed. That's like the speed, the revolutions per minute, RPM for records. A phonograph or something. There's 33s. I believe that's a size or a speed or whatever. That.
Okay.
It's a weird joke to have, but no, I think that's about it. I mean, it's a fun movie. Maybe not the most like it leaves room for if they wanted to have more, but I think they probably knew that a trilogy would probably be the best to end out on.
Yeah.
And then not long after that is when a bunch of OJ stuff happened, and I don't know how Leslie. I actually don't know. Like,
I don't know if
George
we would have been able to get OJ at the time. Like, would have been a hard cast.
He would have been a hard cast.
It's like we cannot do this movie without OJ. Absolutely not.
Yeah. If the glove, the glove does not fit, the glove might not fit for him, so you can't put him in the role.
If the role doesn't fit, you must.
If the role doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. They were gonna make a Naked Gun 4, but the cast was like, "No, we're not doing this without OJ. Absolutely not.
Yeah, we stand with OJ. We can't do it without Nordberg." Nordberg.
They said we stand with OJ. Actually, is what they said. And
wow,
yeah,
wow, that's shocking.
Yeah, I wonder if OJ was alive, could he have gotten a cameo in the new one? I wonder if that would have been.
Yeah, I don't know. I am no. Yeah, I'm very curious about just no. I'm very curious.
He just gets it. He reprises the role.
That would be so uncomfortable. I would be very not comfortable sitting there.
I wouldn't watch that. I wouldn't watch that.
I wouldn't like that at all. That would not be comfortable. Yeah, I do. I'm really curious though, like seeing what they do with the new, like in terms of like, will they have like the same? Like I do kind of want them to have the same sort of little gags and gimmicks that are in all of these movies. So you got the goofy intro, the car sequence. Like I want all that stuff to still be in it.
Right.
Also, this is something we didn't really talk about a whole lot, but the credits are hilarious.
Yeah, it's like Monty Python type credits.
I love how because like they list off people like cameos and other actors and stuff just by the line that they have. In a lot of cases, there was like I saw one time there was like there was no animals harmed in the making of this film. However, these animals did go extinct while we were filming, and then it was like one of them was that they made into they made into food or something. It's like food. And there was like another credit that was like someone with this car. Your lights are on. Like, please come out and yeah. So funny stuff like that. Like there's stuff like that I hope is a little bit of a tradition, a precedent set. I do hope that at least some of that is present in the new one.
Yeah, like I watched the initial teaser.
I haven't even seen that. I still haven't seen that.
But I don't think at this point I haven't seen the trailer, or if there's 2 trailers, I don't remember. So I think I'll probably just not watch that, just to make it as fresh as possible. I'm going to see it soon anyway. And then, I have no idea what to expect. It could be awful.
Yeah.
It could be
horrible.
It could be a gem.
It could be horrible.
We got Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson as like the 2 main characters.
It's a pretty great combo.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And Pamela's had like a resurgence of actually some good acting roles recently, so it'll be interesting to see, because so far let's lock in our scores, but I'm actually torn on my score now. I'm back and forth on it.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, flip. 7.
All right. Let's go with my 7.5.
All right. Yeah, I was really torn between those two, honestly. 7. Tarqaron score is 7.25. Right.
Yeah.
Because as I was going through all the different things, I was like, there is a lot of scenes I really liked, though.
Yeah.
But
I do agree that it's like probably on like rewatches, I'll probably watch the first 2 more. Especially the first one. I'd throw the second one in. Third one, I'll maybe just like a once in a while type thing. But
so that brings us Naked Gun 8.75, Naked Gun 2 8.
go 7.5 and you were
And then Naked Gun 3 7.25. So that brings us. It's gone down 0.75 each time. So that means the next one is going to be 6.5 Tarqaron score. I could see that.
Maybe I'll have to see. I could see that.
That sounds actually realistic.
If it's like, if it does, because it's like there might be some moments and like enjoyment we get out of it, but like I'm not expecting the world out of this movie.
So then that leaves it all the room to impress us, though. So it could come in here,
because they don't make comedies anymore. Like, especially not like this. Absolutely nothing like this. Because like most. Well, first of all, the straight comedy is more or less dead. I don't even know what the last straight comedy I can think of was. Maybe Happy Gilmore 2 that just came out. But like most comedies are like they're all action comedies now, basically. Like they all have to have like an action element to them in order to sell them. There's not really like the 2000s you could release a $30 million comedy, R-rated PG-13 or R-rated comedy, and it would make back its budget in spades. You'd make $100 million on it. That era seems to be over in terms of movies, because like movies are flopping left and right. You know, and you got to make a mega blockbuster, multi-million dollar popcorn flick in order to make money now. It seems like a lot of the time. So,
but it's like
or like an art film that like really hits.
But they chose to take Naked Gun and thaw it out from its grave. So I feel like surely there's a vision there, right? That's not like, oh, this is gonna be a gold mine. Bring back Naked Gun as like instant billions. So I don't know.
I mean, it's a lot about like production that I'm because there's a lot that I don't know about. Like, is it still? I don't know if the Zuckers are still alive. I don't know like a whole lot about the Zucker, Abraham and Zucker. Was like they were involved in the first 2. I think it was only one Zucker in the third one. And then so I don't know if that production, if they're still involved in any way. I don't know, like, I'm curious in terms of like how that is being, how like the legacy aspect is being like kind of honored in any way, you know, because you know, Paramount, you know, Star Trek doesn't exactly have, in my personal opinion, and most people who grew up on TNG, Star Trek is not exactly in a very good place right now. In terms of like honoring the legacy, it's not really doing that particularly well. So there's a totally different property.
Yeah.
Again, it's just like I don't know what to expect. It's hard to know.
Yeah, but it's just like I have a little more faith only because it is not such a mainstream thing. So it's like if you're gonna bring it out, surely you have something fun in mind, like worthwhile.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I'm going in with an open mind. So I hope it comes in.
I just want to laugh.
Yeah.
Make me laugh at the movies. That's what I want to do. I want to be laughing.
I haven't laughed at the movies in years.
Well, I mean, like there's moments like Superman, Fantastic Four. I saw those. I laughed.
I laugh in every
moments
movie.
During that.
Yeah, I mean, almost every movie you kind of laugh in, huh?
Yeah. But except for like, I was gonna say except like Nosferatu. I didn't really laugh during that. It's kind of hard to laugh during that. Nora, I was gonna say Nora
look kind of silly.
Like,
if you think about it, like funny face.
Okay, the most I've laughed about that is are the jokes people have made about his accent, like the bounce on it crazy style. In the I don't know if you've ever heard that somebody say that in like the Nosferatu voice. I'm not gonna say it here because it's just weird, but yeah.
Yeah, but most movies you laugh. Even most horror movies, you know, it'll always start with, they'll butter you up to begin with, you know.
They butter you up a little bit.
It'll be some lighthearted stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's completely besides the point, but
it is. It is.
We just digressed. So let's let's look forward to the Naked Gun 2025. 31 years later. Come on.
Come on. Yeah, be here next week. We'll review it. We'll see, you know, all the Naked Gun fans, all four of you that are coming out in droves to watch our reviews. Let's go.
It's like the biggest movie of the year, The Naked Gun. It's like $2 billion in the box office. It's like, wow. Jeez.
Whoa.
It's like, okay. All right. That's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed. Like the video. Leave a comment with your thoughts. All right. And until next time, I'm going to recommend a random Tarqaron video for you to check out next.
Random rules, baby.
Random rules. In the meantime, check out our review of Psycho.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay, interesting. Interesting. All right.
Psycho is a classic. You know, have you heard of it?
Have you heard of it? It's good. It's a good one.
Yeah. And take care. All right.